Well, welcome. My name is Hilary Regan. I'm the publisher and CEO of ATF Press. We're an independent publisher based in Adelaide, and we've been publishing works for about 30 years in an academic sphere, but also in the popular sphere. We've also been involved in various publications on space. We did a book on space in Australia, which was a second volume of a book published 25 years ago, which was for a very big space conference here in Adelaide a number of years ago. We've also published books by Jacques Arnoux from CNES in France, and his works have been on a range of issues, which have been sold to students during the Southern Hemisphere Space Program workshop. So it's a great delight today that we are launching officially the new International Space Studies Journal, which we are doing jointly with University of South Australia and ISU. Copyright will be held by ISU. And it will be coming, these editions will be coming from workshops associated with the program. The first edition is called Space Assets and Technology for Bushfire Management. So there'll be three of us speaking, there'll be three others speaking this afternoon, apart from myself. A.D. James from University of South Australia, who is the overall editor of the publication. Gabriel Bueno Sequeira, who is from ATF, who is the managing editor of the journal, and Zoe, who is the particular editor of this journal we are launching today. So I will hand over to AD first, and then we will move on to Gabriel.
Hi, thank you very much, Hilary. Yeah, my name's AD James from UniSA, and I'm very, very pleased to be here today with a copy of this, which you probably can't see because of my camera, but this is, as Hilary says, this is version, edition 1 of the International Journal of Space Studies. And this is an initiative of ATF, and this is really, really useful for us because we jointly with the International Space University, UniSA runs this Southern Hemisphere Space Studies program. And this enables participants from around the world to learn broadly about the space industry, the global space industry. And we cover 7 main areas of space science, instrumentation and applications, life sciences in space, space systems engineering and project management, space policy, space business, space humanities, and how we react to space and culture. So we have lots of participants from those different backgrounds looking at space from those different perspectives. And part of the program, we have a series of lectures and workshops. A big part of this program and also the sister program that the International Space University run in the Northern Hemisphere is we have a team project. So all the participants work together on a single project. And this is like a unique opportunity. So you have people that are at different stages of their career. They've got different perspectives. They're in different organizations, different cultures. And ISU's educational philosophy is international, intercultural, and interdisciplinary. So these projects are an interesting insight into a problem area which is relevant and current for space at the moment. And we've felt that that unique viewpoint of having the perspective of, you know, in this year's program, for the first one we're looking at here, 33 different participants from over 14 countries. So we thought this was a unique opportunity to have space issues looked at from multiple perspectives and to publish that as a small booklet through this journal. So I'm really, really thrilled to see this in print at long last, and I'm very, very happy to hand you over now to Zoe, who will talk about Gabriel to talk about how this came about. So look, really, really interesting, a really, really exciting time. So, thank you.
Alrighty, I just want to thank everyone here. It has been ATF's great pleasure to be working with ISU and Business SA to bring this beautiful project to life. Hopefully the first of many. And yeah, thank you all. Over to you, Zoe.
Zoe?
Oh, sorry, I just had to find my unmute button.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name's Zoe Silverstone. As a very brief background, I'm a doctor and a medical writer and a previous editor of the Medical Journal of Australia. I was one of the lucky 33 participants of the SHSSP 21 programme, and I was one of the editors of this project. I'm honoured to be able to present this work on behalf of the group. The participants of the programme, as Adi said, came from all over the world and had very diverse backgrounds, including in engineering, IT, meteorology, social science, law, teaching, marketing, management, to name a few. What brought us all together was our shared fascination with space and our enthusiasm to learn more about the space sector. Our team project, we were asked to work together and prepare a report looking at how space assets and technologies could be better used to predict and mitigate the impact of bushfires. This topic was very meaningful to many of us in the group. Around half of the participants were from Australia and had either directly or indirectly experienced the devastation caused by the 2019-20 East Australian bushfires. During that fire season, 33 people, many of whom were firefighters, lost their lives. Around 3,000 homes were destroyed. And for weeks on end, much of the eastern coast of Australia was blanketed in a thick layer of smoke. The smoke itself has been estimated to have contributed to around 400 excess deaths and over 3,000 hospitalizations. And that's not to mention the untold harms to the environment and the wildlife. Overall, the fires are estimated to have cost around $10 billion in financial losses. One member of our group actually had parents who were firefighters, and one of the most memorable and emotional moments from the course was when they came in and spoke to us about their experiences and about the devastation they'd witnessed. Worryingly, with the impact of climate change, these types of events are likely to become increasingly more frequent. So as a group, we were very motivated to try and find solutions from the space sector, which could help make a difference for bushfire management in the future. The group initially split into 3 smaller groups to look at different aspects of the bushfire response, namely the prediction of bushfires, mitigation of the impact of bushfires, and the communications infrastructure and challenges relating to a successful bushfire response. We worked remotely across time zones, almost on a 24-hour round-the-clock schedule. And we came up with proposals which could improve bushfire response and minimise the impact of future events, not only in Australia, but could also be applied internationally. Each group conducted a current state analysis, followed by a gap analysis, and then we came together as a whole team to generate a list of recommendations. What became clear to us was that there is a wealth of data and information available from satellites and sensors and other space assets, including the ability to map weather patterns, ground level fuel load, ground topography, all of which impact fire risk. However, in order for the data to be used to its maximum potential, there needs to be appropriate ground-based infrastructure and collaboration between organisations to interpret the data and to ensure that the relevant information gets to the right people at the right time. And so our recommendations largely focused on the implementation of an integrated national approach to bushfire management, including a centralised data storage platform and national modelling and communication tools to enable coordinated response across jurisdictions. As part of this approach, we also strongly recognise the importance of greater engagement and consultation with Indigenous peoples, whose traditional knowledge of the land can provide invaluable insights. Community education and engagement is also essential, and one proposal involved using virtual reality experiences built from satellite data to help residents of bushfire-prone areas see and understand what it would really be like to be caught in a fire zone, and hopefully to motivate behaviour change. We identified a range of technologies used on spacecraft and used by astronauts that could be repurposed to provide greater protection and safety for firefighters. This includes advanced firefighting suits using sensor-based technologies and using thermal protective materials on the exterior of fire trucks. And last but not least, we noted that the communication infrastructure is often damaged during natural disasters such as bushfires, and thus emergency satellite communication systems, which use direct mobile phone to satellite networks, could improve the resilience of the communications infrastructure. All of this and more is discussed in detail in the report, and I would recommend reading the publication for further details. On behalf of the SHSSP 21 participants, thank you very much for your interest in our work, and we hope that some of our ideas can be used to make a difference and reduce the potentially devastating consequences of future bushfire events. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Adi, and thank you, Gabriel. This publication is available from the ATF Press website. Go to atfpress.com and you will see there you can buy the publication, or alternatively, if you scroll down on the right-hand side under subscriptions, you can subscribe to this journal, which will be coming out twice a year, once from the Southern Hemisphere program and the other from the Northern Hemisphere program. The rates for that are very reasonable. You can buy that as a print journal or as an EPUB. You will also be able to buy single issues as they come out in the future. So atfpress.com. Students who are part of the Southern Hemisphere program need to be in contact with Amanda to be able to get onto the mailing list to receive your copy. But once again, those other people who are interested in purchasing a single copy or taking out a subscription are welcome to do so. We are very happy for this publication to be under our banner, and it is a great opportunity now for this particular edition, so relevant as Zoe has explained on the context of bushfires. So thank you all and have a good day.